What up? We live, man.
All right, here we go. All right, hold on. I gotta make sure I pin this. All right, I'm pinned in here. All right, I'm pinned in. All right, y'all. Hey, check it out. Check it out. Yo, this is the pre-game show. Okay, right now, Valid, get down just a little bit so we can see you. I don't know because I see your mouth. There we go. We can see you a little better. Sweet. So
There we go.
once again, y'all, this is the pre-game show. Yo, we got 6 weeks to go before the trade show. Cats been out here hitting the streets. I'm excited. The vendors. I've been noticing more and more vendors is getting in. I'm getting more information from some of the artists. So yeah, I like the way it's going down so far. So right now for the pre-game show, Valid, he's gonna do a class. All right, his class is on the barber blueprint.
Every barber goes through a life cycle. Learning the skill of cutting, going to a barber shop, building your clientele, and then maybe opening a shop or going to retirement. But what do you do if you don't know what to do at any of these steps? That's why you want to be at the Niagara Falls Barber and Beauty Trade Show so that you can be in a room with qualified people that have the same mindset, and I will be teaching the strategies from my book, The Barber Blueprint, on March 24th. So get your tickets, and I'll see you there.
I see you out there, Jack. Everybody doing good, bro. Everybody doing good. I hope you're doing good too. All right. So, Valid, how's it going out here today, man? First and foremost, you out here making moves. I see you in the background. So, hey, I like the way you move, dude. I like the way you move around. Tell them what's going on with you right now.
So everyone has been knowing that I've been moving around the country with this book, The Barber Blueprint, talking about my journey throughout the barber game. And it's based upon how I came into this game, what I learned during my time in this game, and also what I've learned during the time of owning a shop. So what I've seen in this industry, especially with moving around the country, is that there is a gap between the top guys and the guys that are on the front line serving customers all the time, right?
Mhm.
And a lack of professionalism in our industry. We value skill set more than work ethic.
Say that
We
one more
value
time. I
we
like that.
value skill set more than work ethic.
I go.
When
Yes,
I look online
sir. I
and
love that.
I'm checking for the knowledge that I need, it's about how to do a better fade, how to charge more for design, how to do these things that, yes, they are important, but in the grand scheme of the whole pie, it's just a slice. Because we are watching people put pain in this game and can't retire. We are watching people put pain in this game, running their shops, and they're not profitable. So I've been able to walk away from my own shop for the past 6 months based upon the innovation that we've had. Systems and operations, learn how to run a business. I can't go online and look for how do I open a shop. And not a lot of owners will tell me that if I ask. So I'm in a position right now where I want to do what needs to be done and say what needs to be said. And on March 24th, we going to get right to it. If barbers want to learn how to become better barbers, to have a sustainable career, I'm going to talk about that. If barbers want to talk about how to open a shop, I'm going to talk about that. I will not be talking about things that I don't know, like opening several shops, because I have not experienced that just yet. And I'm well on the way to doing that. So once I'm able to do that, we will definitely talk about that. It's a shame, Sean, that I've had to go outside of my
Our
industry.
area.
Well, outside of my area and outside of my industry to learn these things. So, a lot is caught more than taught, right? I had to learn this skill on my own. I didn't go to school. So you got a lot of barbers that go to school, they learn the career of barbering. And I got to shout you out. I got to give you your flowers because you are one of the people that are educating people on these things. You are one of the front runners that's doing a trade show, going above and beyond. So it's a
Trying, bro. I'm trying to help us see this in the grand, like you said, it's a bigger picture. It's a grand scheme. It's an end game. Because I use the word. I don't, man. You don't want to die behind the chair. If you
Not
see
at
what
all.
but this is what I see. So once again, this is what I'm into. See, you and I, we tap into the culture of barber. This is what you're into. You so see. This is why I love this, and I hear your passion, bro, and it's so dope. It's so dope. I didn't mean to cut you off because you speak in the right way because it's all about systems and this major system that we got going on out here on the national. I really don't know where this system came from because it's not beneficial to the owner.
Indeed.
You
Indeed.
can't
Yo,
you can't
one-
retire from the chair. You can't. It's only overtime bread. It's
yo,
it's
retirement is almost like one of those words that it's like, you know how in politics, when we talk about Black America, they tell you don't talk about reparations. In the barber game, the R word is retirement. A lot of people don't have the answers. A lot of people don't know what to do. And there's a lot that can be done, but it's not going to happen with people showing up whenever they want, not valuing quality customer experience, not building and retaining those clients, and not maintaining a quality standard for their shop, owners and barbers.
Mhm.
So
you hear
we
this.
definitely don't
You
give.
hear this. So you hear this with so many things that I can touch upon. Okay, so one thing that I did like what you touched upon, and I think this is important too. I do bring this up my own way. At the end of the day, who cares about your fade? See, I'm gonna give a shout out to my boys, No Grease, Jermaine. Jermaine said something to me, and I'm always gonna remember this. He said, you know what, Sean? At one time, man, I was always looking for the dopest barber. You went to barber, to work in your barber shop that got the whatever. He got the talent, but then he learned that it's shit that comes with that. I remember him saying that word, shit that comes with that, and it is. He said, I don't care anything about barbers. All I want them to do is to service the client. That's all he cared about. And this is all I really care about, real talk. I'm like, because everybody don't want a competition level fade. Everybody want to sit in the chair all day. Some people go to supercuts for a reason. People talk shit about supercuts, but they ain't closed, still at the end of the day.
They're
So,
valued at over $1 billion.
they got systems. Once again, I know that for a fact. They got policies and procedures. They got operation manuals. And this is how you have to think about guys. See, another thing that you said that I like, and I touch upon this too, I think it's very important for a barber or a cosmetologist or anybody in the appearance enhancement industry to take a basic business course, which encompasses money management, accounting, um, some type of saving strategy, some type of maybe bookkeeping strategy for yourself. You may not want to be, Bobby Digital. You might want to go old school with a pen and paper, whatever's comfortable for you. But I think it's very, it changes your mindset. You gotta, you can't think I would sell barbers. You can't think weekly. You got to think monthly because we touch money daily.
Right.
See, that's a disastrous thing. And if you ain't used to handling money, touching it daily, by the end of the month, when your bills come, you figure, why I ain't got any money by the end of the month? Sometimes you might be hanging with somebody who get a check and you hear how much they make a week. And then you find out how much you got at the end of the week and you ain't got as much bread and you think you ain't made any money, but you've been tapping in that pocket all week, nickel and dime in that bread, so
100%. I agree with that. 100%.
so
There has to be
what
non-negotiables with people's personal life. I think not a lot of barbers are really valuing personal development. They aren't really taking the time to do what needs to be done so that they can have a nice quality of life. And I also have to look at some of these owners that don't take the time. So taking the time to train your team with books, manuals, and meetings, that's one thing that's above and beyond. Not a lot of people are going to do that. But as an OG in this game, if you are 20, 30 years in the game as a barber, then you should be pulling these people to the side and giving it to them however they need to hear it. Not just letting them do whatever they want to do. Not just being like,
right.
these.
This don't let them, pay you bread and you're not helping your barbers because you're not helping your shop or yourself.
That goes back to quality standard as well, Sean. We can't just be letting
There
anybody
we
just
go.
plug up
Let's you
and
know what?
cut.
Let's talk about some people don't know. Let's talk about quality and standards. Go ahead. Give
Okay.
them your interpretation. Let's go with that.
Okay, so quality and standards. So at Fade and Flow, we got core values. We greet everybody, we help each other, we communicate, we make sure the shop is clean, and we are active in the community. Those are some of our core values. We got for every haircut, it's a process from open all the way to close, from greeting the customer to the consultation to the service. Then at the end, you got to do the 3 R's, 2 of the 3 R's. You got to get them to give a review, get them
Mm-hmm.
to give you a
Mm-hmm.
referral, and you got to
Mm-hmm.
try to rebook them. And that
Hey,
is how you increase your retention. So 2-3 weeks from now, I shouldn't be hearing about, the people, this, that, and the third, because once you have that person, the shop, see, people don't really look at the business side of it. The shop has cost of customer acquisition. If we pay for marketing, we put a flyer out there, whatever it is, whatever it costs to get that person through the door. They come in the door to you. The shop brought them to you. The shop brought them to the barber. The barber is their responsibility to retain them. If they want to have a career, they build their own book of business.
well, yeah, because if you only cut their hair, you fail. That's what I say. Real talk, y'all. If you only cut their hair and then didn't come back, you really fail. The key is to get clientele.
I be trying to tell people this, man. Like, you have some people that look at certain barbers because they put up numbers.
And if you
They
want
do a lot
to, you know what? If you want to cut a number, throwing this out there, and I'm gonna stop and interrupt you after this because I want barbers to really hear this. Y'all gotta stop looking at a customer like they whatever you charge $30, $40, $50. They're not $30, $40, $50. These people are thousands of dollars a year in your pocket, if not more than that. I can prove that to you. Valid can prove that to you. So you have to look at this person not as a item, but as this is your boss. Right. Great experience equals retention. Simple as that. If you give them a great experience, hopefully you should. The first, yes. And you know what, bro? Every experience when they come back is a new experience because when you go to a place, if the experience changes and you don't got a fighter experience, you're going to stop wanting to go. So the key thing is the reason why we go to places is because we want to have the same experience over and over again. We want a magical experience. Real talk. This is why we go to the same place. This is why we go to some people like Wegmans and some people like Tops. Whatever. Some people like, I always say that some people like Sunoco and some people like Speedway and everybody don't like Exxon, don't like Mobil. This is what I noticed for some odd reason. So, because the key thing is, guys, if y'all really understand what we do is, and then Val, I'm gonna let you talk. What we do is this is really not this is a feeling business. This is what this is. You got to help people. You got to make them feel a certain way. Who cares? They don't. If they like you, then 9 times out of 10 they're gonna stay with you. They'll teach you how to cut their hair. Okay, they will teach you. But if they don't if they don't like you, serious, y'all. We all do business with people we like. Who cares how whatever. We still gotta like the person or like the business or whatever. Real talk. We stop going to restaurants because somebody gave us a bad experience, a waiter or a waitress, but we like the restaurant, but now we pissed off at the restaurant and now we hating on them, but because they made us feel a certain way. So you got to remember this, Sean. When you got these people in your chair, real talk, you got to make these people feel good all the time. Go ahead, Valid, and I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, no. You kicking it. I'm agreeing with what you're saying. So you talked about things that barbers need to know in order to have a good career. And I cover all of this in my book. So I would advise a barber to focus on customer relations, communication, marketing, sales, and finance. Legal, the shop could pretty much take care of the legal, but that too. So I cover that in my book as well. A lot of barbers that come to me with their woes about not having people, it may be because of attendance, it may be because of retention, or it may be because of some personal thing. So I don't really coach people and give them the advice on the personal. the substance abuse, the toxic relationship, the bad friends and influences. So when someone decides that they want to be a barber, you have to know first that no matter, I don't care if you work in the Taj Mahal of barbershops, you work for yourself at the end of the day. Now, I think what we have done, yes, it was innovative. Yes, it did grow us to a six-figure shop. We're doing very well in Buffalo, Elmwood Village. However, I think some of the things that I've done for people that are coming in the shop as their first shop, they are looking at it like the shop is going to do all the heavy lifting for them. No, the shop is going to throw a few assists, but you got to get that joint through the hoop. And guess what? You got to get it through the hoop, get it through the hoop, get it through the hoop. Keep scoring. And at the end of the year, when we look at these numbers, those are our Super Bowl rings. That's our trophy. That's that's what we have to celebrate the successful year that we had. Not just, I cut this many people in a day, I cut this many people in a week. No, we're going for the long game. And honestly, I may be over ambitious. I have high expectations for people. I want for everybody that's around me in my shop to eventually become owners.
Yes.
Because everything that you do for yourself, eventually you'll have to do for the business. This being self-employed is teach you all the principles, all the keys to success. If you're around the right people, success will leave the clues. So
successful.
You need to take that and apply that to your business, because your chair is your business first before you could open up and lead up the people. And I may be looked at now as a disruptor, as an enemy, because now that I'm saying these things. No. But I'm talking about around the country. Okay. So now that I'm saying these things, going into these shops, having more influence over some of these barbers than their owners have now. They try to throw me out. They try to do this, do that, and do this. But when we look at the top influencers, they just want to entertain you. They just want to make you laugh. They just want to tell you, do these funny. And I got a sense of humor too. I can laugh too. But our career is serious. When we looking at people that are having back issues, having bicep tears, need hip replacements,
shoulders.
Can't
sides of the shoulders, elbows.
Come on. This is a sad state of affairs. It's a sad state of affairs when you have barbers that can't successfully retire and go off into the sunset. You got a bad set of affairs when a barbershop doesn't fulfill the promise of helping these people make money and making sure that these people get good haircuts. You got to connect those two things. Well, I don't see why a lot of us we seem to be missing that. When I tell people that I'm a barber, Sean, the first thing they do is start complaining. My barber does this. Oh, you a barber? Man, I'm going to come to you. They're just meeting me. Complaining about the things that they're...
It's just an interesting profession. It's the instant icebreaker for dudes. It's the instant icebreaker, bro. That's real talk. Don't matter what background, whatever. And you know what? I'm just going to tap in real quick, because some people might say, all right, man, how do I get customers? So I'm going to give you all a strategy today. See, since the people that's chiming in today and the ones that's listening later, some of us have, in time, you will develop a skill on how to retain clients. Hopefully you're around someone who can teach you. So I'm going to teach you a skill today. So this is what you do. So when a person gets out of your chair, you let them know how long that hairstyle was going to last them before they need to make their next appointment. All right, because then they're a little bit more hypersensitive to maintaining that look. And hopefully you use the product that you sell, and you can sell them a product to help maintain that wonderful smell and hold or powder, whatever you're using, which gives you additional revenue. Okay, y'all, because you got to think like that too, business people. You got to keep that chair spinning, y'all. So the strategy is, sir, your haircut is going to last you 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Would you like to book an appointment now? If they do, let them write it down. If they don't show up, don't be mad, because at one time you had nothing in the book. You had nothing. Now you at least got potential income. Hopefully, when they come in, okay, you got potential energy. When they come in and they sit down, now you got kinetic energy. Now you moving, now you balling. All right, y'all. See, first you got to at least get the stored energy. At least store the energy first. If they don't come in, it's all good too.
Yeah.
But before you had nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the hardest thing is to maintain relationship, maintain that person. Don't get comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. That's what I'm just gonna throw out there to you. So that's one strategy. And then still have business cards too, and give them 2 business cards.
Yeah.
At least 2. Why? Because somebody might like their haircut, and nobody wants to give away their only business card. So they always want to give away. You know, if they got a bro, whatever, they're gonna slide the card in. If not, and make sure they can't write on the card too. Make it UV coded. Real talk. You don't want to write little notes and shit on your cards, bro. Don't think it won't happen. Get your car UV coded. I'm telling you, man.
Yo, for real. Yo, Sean, I'll be telling barbers, especially now that I've been talking to a lot more, that this is a contact sport. You know, you got a lot of people come in, they may be introverts, may not know how to deal with people and stuff like that. Yo, if you don't have anybody, the first step is to fill the schedule. You need to build some momentum fast. So yes, you want to be, you gotta be there, you know, all right, so be there for the time that you're on the schedule. The time that you say you're gonna be there to the time you say you're gonna leave, stick to that. Now, if you want to stay a little later, cool. You want to come a little early, cool. Nothing wrong with that. But if you have nobody, then me being in Austin may be a perfect example because I came here with limited contacts, right? So I need to meet barbers. I need to meet people. I need to cold calling all the barber schools. Going to the barber shops with my book, don't know nobody. Even in Atlanta, going to the barber shops, don't know nobody. It's contact. Hey, my name is V. My book, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go, let them know my contact info. Having engaging conversations with people. What do they need? Learning about them. You know, not necessarily even going in to just always sell myself, but just, you know, walking up to a group of people. Hey, what's up? You know, whatever. Got to be personable, man. If you have the card, that's a bonus. You know what I'm saying? Passing that out. You got to be able to communicate with people. You have to be able to fill that schedule with people and then keep it full with people. Keep that momentum coming, man. Like this, I think that speaks to a little bit of sales and communication.
All right. What that
You got
helps a lot with the
questions?
barber.
Yeah, I'm just talking, man.
No, you're doing excellent, bro. This is perfect. This is man. People need to hear. This is the cultural barber. This is helping people, bro. This is what this is also doing for the ones that's thinking about possibly getting a vendor table or possibly being an exhibitor, whatever it is, by scaling their business. What this does, and what we do with Major League, and what I do is I want to help people build a platform for themselves or a vehicle to help jettison themselves to whatever they want to do. And that's right, cuts by T consistency. That goes along with anything. I never met a person who goes to the gym consistently who's not going to get results. Simple as that.
Yo, cuts by T is a heavy hitter, Sean, in Atlanta.
That's
heavy hitter. Yo, T, you got to come up to Niagara Falls. Book your flight tonight, because I'm gonna bring this passion to the 24th, and I want you to meet Sean Dawn too. Heavy hitter in the city, legend. Actually, I talk about you in my book, Sean.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. You know, everybody who know me, you know, and they know I'll be, you know, hey man, I'll be fucking around. You know, I don't. I'll be serious. I'll be trying to help us, bro. Ain't nobody gonna help us blacks and browns out here, fam. That's real talk. Who's gonna help us?
Yeah.
I see. I've been trapped, you know. But listen, now it's your class, right? What else could you tell the actual owners? You know, we talked a lot about, you know, helping the barber scale some. What could you do to help the owner scale?
Okay.
Because a lot
So I could
of people don't understand what policies and procedures, and, you know, we throw out a lot of jargon. But, you know, once again, you know, as I'm talking to people too, this is not really an intellectual profession. You feel me? This is why I think we really need to take a basic business course. Basic. Just a basic course. You know, hopefully, sometimes, hey, bro, if we're going to be in business, you got to spend some money. Sometimes you got to spend some bread. Okay?
Tell me about it. I'm going to make the biggest
So if you're really
investment.
in business, if you would, you know, or, you know, if you want to be a big dog, you got to do big dog shit. What the fuck? I mean, that's as simple as that. So sometimes you might have to spend money on a class or do something. Real talk, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then, but it's going to benefit you. This is why what we do with the cultural barbering too, because it's a networking thing. If you network, you're going to increase your net worth. If you ain't going to, that's the key. Even at the basic level, when you're trying to keep that chair spinning, if you're not, see what you're doing, Valid, perfect example. You're out here increasing your net worth by increasing your network. So if you have no network, you're not gonna have any net worth, because we're in the people business. We're on the ground. We're grassroots. You feel me, y'all? So the key to what we do is to expand our brand. I used to say that all the time. We got to expand our brand. But you got to expand your brand by tapping in with people. It's just no other way. So you have to increase your network. You got to, by any means necessary. If you have no network, you have no network. I'm gonna keep saying that, y'all. Write it down. Real talk. This is what we do.
That's a fact. That makes a lot of sense too. Because
this shit. It ain't no other way. If you ain't got no network, ain't nothing gonna happen.
Word. You fall on hard times. You want to expand or whatever it is that you want to do. You need somebody to call. We want to advertise. Who do you call? Who within your network knows who to call? Who knows marketing?
Right.
We need to grow. We're not capitalized. How can we get some money? Who do you know private equity? Who you know loan? Who you know got the grants? You got to know
Small
people.
business administrations.
You got to know people. So I could speak a little bit more passionately to being an owner, because that is the most recent area of my life. I will definitely go in with operations, systems, and culture. I would stick with those two things.
Tap into the culture. A lot of things I see, a lot of talented barbers. I'll talk with barbers who don't like the culture, and some owners may not understand what's wrong with their culture, even though that they're making money. All the barbers may not be making money. So what do you mean by culture of the barbershop?
Okay, so culture, having standards and practices, core values for the barbershop. When most barbers call up and they want a job, the first thing they're asking is how much is the booth rent. They want to know about the split. They're not coming. So you and I are probably going to look at a barbershop with a different lens. You and I walk in the barbershop, we're looking at culture. I'm looking at, is there a leaderboard here?
First thing I want to know is what kind of system you got.
What kind of?
If I see what kind of system you got, I ain't even gonna be interested. I'm being honest, bro.
Well, I'm looking at leaderboard. Is there a sales culture?
Mm-hmm.
Point of sale. Are they accepting cards there? Are there products here? How are the bar? Well, some things that we can't really see, but we can see because we own barbershop, right? So, and then how are the barbers treating each other? How are the barbers treating the customers? I will call inquiring about a job at a shop and not really want a job, just to see what their onboarding process is like. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes. Slow to hire, quick to fire.
So it's a lot of different things from that all the way to the end. And it's easy to see if shops are built to sell or not, because that is probably the true retirement plan when it's all said and done, unless you're going to collect residual.
Okay. All right. So what can we expect? Your class is going to be 50 minutes. We ain't got you narrowed in on the time yet. What can we expect from you coming? No,
okay.
What? I don't want to tap into that yet. We're going to slow down. What have you experienced? What have you experienced with the cultural barber by traveling from state to state?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. So every place has a different.
Hold on, I don't want to cut you off, but we got to respect the people tapping in. I like what Cuts by T said. A lot of barbers simply don't know and are more trained to have customer service. I don't understand how that can work either, because this is a service industry. So simple as that. You're there to disconnect. You feel me? So how can you serve people if you don't even this? We the kings. The king is a servant. So if you're not serving people, then how are you getting paid? This is a service industry. That's why we get tips too. You see, I'm looking stupid because I don't be understanding. I feel the same way. Some people think that they can't be faded. I'm gonna use that word. Don't think that somebody ain't gonna get your client, or because you however you handle your business, you might do. I done met so many barbers who are very talented, but who have had poor people skills, very poor people skills, and I've seen how they've come to a ceiling. And I notice that a lot in our industry too. This is why it's important to come to these shows, because you can get stuck. I notice a lot of barbers and cosmetologists, they've been doing it a minute, but that joint gets stuck and they don't know why they can't get over the hump. Then they switch barbershops or switch salons, and then after a while they back to they still stuck. So they don't understand that it's you. It don't matter. You still taking you with you, because you haven't been around somebody to help you scale. You haven't been around somebody to help you really help you get to the level that you really want to be at. And the only way you can really do that is by coming to these places that provide opportunities. It's very hard for you to get opportunities in the barbershop or in the salon or looking at that gram. But when you're in a place of a mass gathering of like-minded people, opportunities show up. I can prove that. Like that one, huh, Val?
Yeah.
You like that one, bro?
Picking up what you putting down.
Because that's what it is. You have to be around. You have to be around people to get for opportunities too. In the mass gathering, every industry has a gathering. Every industry has a convention, for the most part. And the ones who go to these conventions or expos or workshops or whatever tend to excel or scale or be at the top of the field in their industry. Simple as that too.
I would like to see more from our conventions. So that's one of the reasons why I applaud you for what you're doing, and I'm honored to be involved in the show, because I want to be the example that I want to see. You understand what I'm saying? When I go to certain business conferences and other trade shows, there is a different level of camaraderie. It's not competitive dog eat dog. A lot of people are talking about ways that we can grow, like really grow, not just ways that we can be better technicians. That's important. They taught you that in school. You know, you can learn that from the barbers around your shop. When you get to the people, when you get to a room full of qualified people, people that took time out of their personal time to come to the show, you could tell they care about the craft. They care about their career. So why would we go there and talk about the same surface level topics that we could talk about in the barbershop? Everybody should leave the trade show fired up, going back to their shops, looking to improve their shops, even if they don't own it. If they are only a barber, then it should be a visible change in their character and their work ethic after they come to the show, based upon what they observed at the show. Not just like, I got a better clipper, not just I got a technique. I mean, I understand how important that is, but it's not everything.
That's a short-term motivation. We talk about the greater goal of scaling your business. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I think that has to come from, so scaling your business should come from inspiration. Wanting a quality of life, a long-term vision for yourself. Some people do not see past survival mode. You gotta go through the survival mode before you get to the status. And you only make it to the status when you have a solid book of business and people respect your craft. Now, once you get to that status, you have some momentum. You got people coming in. You're working at a shop or you own a shop. The only way you get to the freedom is if you start saving your money, you start investing your money, or you bet on yourself for a bigger game. Now, you know, a lot of people don't seem to want to talk about these things. You know what I'm saying? I might lose people when I talk about this in a casual setting. So that was one of the reasons why I wrote it in the book. And when we get to the show on the 24th, I'm definitely going to cover a wide variety of topics, but I want to definitely take questions too. Because I know that that's people's opportunity to ask whatever question that has been plaguing their mind that maybe someone around them may not know the answer to. It ain't even about coming. Like, I'm probably the only person coming that's not looking to do no hard sell. Like, I got books. People know I got books. They know, you know, what we doing. Helping people, offering the value is the main thing that I'm passionate about, because for a long time it hasn't been offered to me.
Something that you said that resonates with me too, and this is why we do what we do, is to get barbers and cosmetologists out of survival mode and get into thrival mode. Because I see a lot of talented young people out here, you know, Insta barbers, TikTok barbers, cutting hair. You know, you trapping in school, you trapping at home, you in the basement, you cutting outside, you cutting everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But you want survival mode and don't understand that you're a business person. This is what Valid and I are talking about to you guys, to help you really understand what you really are. You're not out here just, I'm gonna do hair because I know how to cut hair and I know how to eat and I can put some money in my pocket. This is a serious $100,000+ career just spinning in a chair. And this thing can, we so dynamic in this industry. You know, once again, you know, the biggest thing I'm always going to tell you guys too is, you know, you have to have experiences. You know, you got to get out here and meet other people. Valid is, see, he's broadened his horizons. He's talking different. He's going to have another book because now he has more information. He has more information that's not in this book now, because now he knows more. So he
I
gonna
don't know
have
if I got the patience to write another one, Sean. I don't know, man.
then you might have a edited, you might have an update with 2
Revised.
more chapters or whatever. You might have a revised edition. You know what? You know, shit. But don't act like they don't come out with a movie with extra 10 minutes later on or whatever to reel you back in there. No, but seriously, y'all, you know, you got to really think about getting out of survival mode, because this is a real industry. You know, get your paperwork, get your licenses. Your license is just because you're making money. Your license is very important. It's going to help you. That's another thing when it comes to knowing what you are. That's going to make you feel good. I'm telling y'all, you know, having paperwork. See, it's cool if you're just playing hair. I'm going to tell you, this is real talk too. Now, if you're just playing hair and you know, that's something different. But if you've been doing this for 5+ years, in my book, you really been doing this, and you still kind of stuck. See, you at that moment where you're making money, but you're not making more money. This is where it's important to talk to somebody at a higher level that can really assist you, or somebody that you, because we all want to, at the end of the day, we all want to be like somebody. We can say we don't, whatever, real talk, whatever the fuck ever. There's always somebody out there that we emulate, even if we can touch them or not touch them. It's somebody out there that I deal with in the industry that I would like to be like. You know, with some guys out there that I've met, I'm like, wow, I see they operations. I know they real. I'm like, damn, I want to get it like them. So y'all understand what I'm getting at. So you got to be around these people, but you're not going to be around these people by staying in the barbershop, going home, going to the barbershop, going home, getting on Instagram, thinking everything you see is real, pissed off with pricing, pissed off with whatever you see, thinking everything is real, but they didn't, you know, they set it up for 3 days or 2 days or whatever, but then you just frustrated. So once again, you got to get out the barbershop, and there's nothing wrong once again to be in our barbershop family, but you have to be around other people so you can grow. It's just how it is. Some states mandate the operator for continued education. So if you don't go at least once a year proving that you went to some type of trade show, Premier Orlando, whatever, your license will be invalid. So, you know, here in New York State, I tell people we got this shit so candy ass. That's why I tell them I go a little higher too. Because I said, man, y'all don't understand the rules out here in the world. Y'all license you don't even have reciprocity. You have to go back to school. And if you've been out here cutting hair and you don't got proof of income and you're trying to go barber somewhere else, you're going to have a major problem. Major problem. So tell me, Valid, what else you think about what you've been seeing out here in your travels, buddy?
Well, I've been seeing some good things, so I'll start with the good. You know, I've seen some shops that are highly leveraged by products. I've seen some shops that are really well run and organized. So I've met some very professional barbers, especially in Austin. I've met some very professional barbers in Atlanta too. And I've also met some very unprofessional barbers as well. I've been to barber schools and I've met some barbers that, you know, talk a good game. You know, they have all of the good qualities, but then get in the shop and start shop hopping and all of that other stuff. You know, get in the shop and don't want to listen to the OG. The OG don't want to, you know, tell them the right thing that they need to be doing. And I've seen some shops that are running, so I've seen some franchises too. So I don't want to skip over that. I've seen some franchises that seem to be doing it right, but the blind spot that they have is that the barbers are not making money there. So I think the independents need
Okay.
to run their shop like.
Okay, I'm gonna tap into this. Why do you think that the franchise that you went into, why do you think that the barbers weren't making any money through your observation?
Okay, so I'm only speaking
And how do you
specifically.
know that they weren't making any money?
Well, this is what they told me. So I'm out here building a team. So I'm not poaching, but I'm just building my network of barbers, talking to them casually. And what I've noticed is that yes, they have the franchise has a predictable experience, which means they have
Mm-hmm.
constant flow,
Mm-hmm.
but their compensation package isn't really favorable to the barber. The
I
barbers
understand.
have to do a certain amount of time in order. So the barber, somebody again, survival
I
mode.
get it.
Somebody coming off the street, they need money fast. So going into one of those type of shops, you gotta put in some work and you gotta be there for a while in order to make a lot of money. So the turnaround rate is crazy, man. Like the shop's ability to retain people is lackluster, even with the immaculate customer experience that they have.
Mm-hmm.
The independents, though, I don't think they can see past. Most of them can't see past a booth rent model. Some of them don't have good customer experience. I mean, I don't care what type of plays you're running. If you run commission or booth rent, when a person walks through that door, somebody needs to be speaking to them.
Oh, bro.
Like, why
All right.
is this
Okay. I'm gonna
nationwide
tap into
problem?
this. All right, guys. Let me give you an example of what he's saying in a different way. Because this is the second time he said this. And I like Cuts by T. You Tappy. I like you engaged. Thank you. Students will make the best team for
Yeah.
starters and they're open and they can be trained easily. Absolutely. Absolutely. If they trust the teacher. God dog. Cuts by T. I forgot what I was
Cuts
tapping
by
into.
T like that. But you know
Well,
what though? I have to say
I was
this.
about to say
Wait, hold on,
something.
Sean. I gotta say this
Do it.
because I went
Go
from
get it, bro.
barber to owner. I went from barber to owner to businessman. Now, when I went to owner, my identity it didn't level up to the owner. So as a new owner of the shop, yeah, I let certain stuff slide. Yeah, I let certain conversations happen. Yeah, I let certain music play. Yeah, I didn't tell people, what they needed to do in order for the shop to survive.
That's
So,
right.
I,
Right. For the shop to
I
really
get it. So it's almost like the lottery winner that gets $1 million overnight, but they didn't work for it. They don't know how to manage the money. So yeah, you might have a shop, you own the shop, your name is on the paper, but you don't own it. Own
you
it.
ain't on it. Right. You ain't
Tell them
talk to
people
them,
what they
bro.
need to be doing.
Right.
You can't do that. You
You
can't
just
allow
letting it
that.
have you having fun. You just got a shop and letting everybody have fun.
Yeah.
That's
So I can't
basically
I
what
can't fault those
I see a
owners
lot of
for
that
operating their
when
shops
I'm
like that.
traveling.
But I got to call them out for how their shops are running. If the sign says you open at this time, where are y'all at? You know what I mean?
Right. Where y'all at? I like the way you talking, bro. I like the way you talking.
Yeah,
You said
but you know what,
so
Sean?
right now you said you really like it all. Go ahead.
Oh, but one thing I noticed though is that we're the minority. So people like you, me, T, others, other owners, other barbers, we will be in an echo chamber where it's just us. We keep going back and forth. This is the right way. This is the right way. This is the right way. And everything that we're saying is right, but we're the minority. Everybody on the outside is the customer expectation has been lowered because of everybody on the outside. We have to be louder. So how I was talking about us owning the shop and telling people what they need to do, we got to own our industry the same way. We have to be the
Bro,
disruptors, louder.
you know what? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Louder.
Go ahead.
louder. When they posting the comedy and all that, that's funny. We love that. We love the comedy. But yo, we gotta respond with some real too. We got the barbers, with all the status symbols, the chains and the rollies and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like all that is great. And I know that there are some barbers that won't listen to us because we don't have those things. We aren't promoting ourselves in that way. We're making
Right.
a lot of money.
We
A
don't
lot of money. We're
attract you,
making a
but you
lot of
don't
money.
know.
Let's be
But
clear.
they
We're
don't
making a
know.
lot of money, but we ain't showing it to y'all like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it ain't time.
But
Right.
that doesn't
Exactly.
mean what we're saying ain't working.
Once again, we trying to help these people really understand the long game. And not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say these people because I'm these people too. Because I was there. You know what? Real talk. I was there too. Because at one time, if Sean Dawn the barber would have met Sean Thompson the barber talking the way he talking, I would have said I was good too. I know that because at one time I was thinking a different way, but then I got outside my. I'm gonna tell real talk. I went to Barner Brothers one time. I went to Barner Brothers. When I went to Barner Brothers, I met barbers from Detroit. This was so long ago. I met barbers from Detroit, and I'm like, yo, these dudes move different. They acted. This is before social media for real. So I'm showing my age on this one. But I was like, wow, these barbers here, they move different. And I remember saying this to myself too. I said it to my wife, but she was my girlfriend then. I said, yo, when I come back home, I'm gonna kill these niggas because they don't even know. And then I had to remember, Sean, you learn how to barber in Atlanta. You ain't even learn how to barber here. Hey, why is you playing around? This what I had to, this is something. This is when I went through my little. We go through our evolution. So I definitely, but seriously, when I went to it, Barner Brothers was a hair show, trade show, whatever the hell you want to call it. I was around other people. I met some people, and I was like, wow, what's some cats doing it at a higher level? Yo, look at dude swag. I was like, yo, look at dude, man, y'all really make money like this? Damn, why y'all got books? Why ain't I in the book? What, yo. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing a class too, matter of fact. Major League Barbers, Super Barbers. So T, I should be down there.
Yeah, I should be down there too.
Check out,
I might gotta make a trip. Me and T got linked.
bro.
But,
I'm doing one of our classes. It's in the book, the life of a super barber, whatever. So that's our crew, our major league joint.
tell
So right on,
me a little bit.
T.
Tell me a little bit more about Major League, man. Tell me how Major. Let's get into that.
What about it?
Okay.
Be
Okay.
more specific.
So just about the mission, how it operates, and the part that you play.
But one thing I like is was based out of Philadelphia. The owner Nori, I like him because he's about showing people that black people can work with one another too. So we'll do different. We all do. Every show is not a major league barber show. This might be somebody that he just wanted to do business with. But we'll all play a part and help out. And I'm up next.
Okay. Okay.
That's what's up. I'm up next. I don't even really know how I felt. I know how I fell in. I ain't have a problem competing. I went to a competition, and then it just started going from there. What really solidified it was one of my students, real talk, one of my students won the Andis Rising Star competition. This was the only one for that year. And that was really dope. And what they did, they flew him down to Premier Orlando, flew me down to Orlando, and to my director of the school, and put him on stage, the Andis stage, the Andis Rising Star, put me up there, put the school up there. So I thought that was real fire, man. So that was another aspect of getting deeper into the industry, seeing how deeper this rabbit hole goes. It's more than just cutting hair and, whatever you're thinking, whatever we thinking at whatever time in our career is bigger than that, y'all. Believe that. You feel me on that one, Valid? We all enter this in a certain way, but then it starts. See, for you didn't enter into this like this, but you've gotten deeper in the rabbit hole. I can use a different word, but you understand what I'm getting at. So whatever you was thinking at one time, that's what you was thinking. But now you start thinking different. Now you like, this is different. This is more. This
I
is
agree.
more.
I agree. Yo, so I arrived through desperation. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then once I got a little bit deeper, then came the inspiration. And I guess I could break it down into maybe four or five different sectors. So you got the service, you got the products, you got the manufacturing, and then you have the actual, I would say, on the business end, you got the independent owners, and then you got the franchises, right? So it's many different streams, but a lot of us only see, oh, and the conferences. Can't forget about that.
Mhm.
So you have a lot of people that I think we just got to stop faking the funk, man. You know, some of us out here, because I'll be clear. I make my money from the shop. I don't make it from talking to people about barbering. I don't make it from the book. I don't make it. You understand what I'm saying? But you got people out here making their money from products, making their money from other stuff. Now they come and try to tell the barbers you should be doing this and you should be doing that, but they ain't speaking from application. They speaking from
Exactly.
theory. They speaking from theory. What they think might work for you, but they didn't actually apply that to their own career. They went and pivoted and went another way and made all of their money. So let's be clear on that. And I think being truthful, being transparent about where we are helps us lead the next generation to where they need to go.
Bro, I'll let you what you talking. I was just in the high schools earlier this week, matter of fact. You know, the young ones are funny. So shout out to Harkness Center, all the little young bulls,
Okay,
the little
yeah.
young barbers.
Using it with Miss R?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. She's
okay.
gonna be an
Yeah,
educator.
that's okay. Huh?
Miss R, Miss R gonna be an educator. She's gonna do a coloring class.
I ain't seen Miss R since I went to the Harkness Center, man. I got a lot of footage from both my times going up there. I still haven't put it out yet.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's gonna do a class at the trade show for me. You know, so shout out to Miss R. So once again, you're gonna see the education flyers coming out. So, you know, once again, so before we get out of here, Valid, what would you tell people about your class? Why this is a must see? Why is the barber blueprint so important in a life?
Okay, so with the book, I talk about my journey in the barber game. I've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. Coming in, self-cutting, then going to a shop at 16 without schooling, opening my own shop at 35, and then taking my shop and then restructuring it so that it can operate with little or no involvement from me. I've been able to leave my shop for 6 months to sell a book, and I haven't. So there are some barbers that are going to be like, "Oh man, you ain't cutting, you ain't blah, blah, whatever." But then some
Mhm.
people are like, "Wait a second, the shop's still running. There's people still going in there getting cut. You own it, you don't got to be there." So there's a different range of things
Right.
I can
If your
talk about.
system is right, it doesn't matter.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, you know this though. We talked about
Right.
this. So I think at the
You
core is
got the
going to be a
wrong
lot of.
system. If you got the wrong system, oh boy, you got problems. How in the you got problems. You got major problems. You can't be gone for so long. Don't be gone too long. You feel me, brother? Don't be gone too long.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. Well, you know, we're doing some amazing things behind the scenes with Fade Info, which will be revealed later on this year. But right now we're talking about March 24th, the trade show,
Right. Yep.
and at the
Yep. Yep.
core,
Yep.
you know, it's going to be personal development. It's going to be systems of being a successful barber, and also systems of running the shop. I'll do a broad overview. So I've done 2 events so far, since I've been on the
Oh,
road, and I
really?
pretty
Really?
much
What event? What
a
did you do?
workshop at Bevel Barber School here in Austin,
Okay.
and Atlanta Barber and Beauty Supply to meet and greet.
Oh, you went to ABBS meet and greet, huh?
Yeah,
Over there on Mitchell
ABBS.
Street.
Yep. Tapped in with
Yeah,
them
yeah,
and
yeah.
those barbers
That's
there.
yo. That's where when I was cut. Yo, real talk. When I was in college at Morehouse, that's the first beauty supply store I ever went into, and I remember looking at. I was like, wow, because they had a whole bunch of, they got old stuff they used to have on walls. You can see, like old tools and clippers and stuff like that. Man, I was like, yo, this crazy, But at the time, Valid, I just learned how to cut hair. See, a lot of people, how did I get into the hair game? I learned how to cut hair so I can learn how to cut my own hair, bro. I ain't, all I wanted to do was cut my own hair. I went to an all boys school, shit. But then can't help it, I ain't slow. Two dudes knocked on my door wanting a haircut, and that's all she wrote. I ain't know how to cut that, and they let me practice on them. So to this day, if I ever meet my man Popeye or Tyrus McClure and Gerard Gillian, y'all ain't never got to pay for cuts from anything I'm affiliated with. Y'all good for life. No, real talk. And I fell into barbering. I'm going to an all boys school, so that's how I learned how to cut hair. I never cared about cutting hair. I looked at it as I said, you know what? I said, this is a dope ass job to have in college. I remember saying that. When I was in high, I always worked. When I was 12, I had a paper route. I would shovel. I wasn't scared to try to make money. You know what I mean? I used to do papers. I had my working papers. I worked at McDonald's, bro. They wanted to make me a manager before I went off to college. So for me, barbering, I fell into barbering. I ain't even care about real talk. I never even cared about barbering. I should be embarrassed to tell a person I was a barber.
Wow.
Even when I was owning my first shop, because I never cared. It was easy to me. I was made money. It was real easy. I mean, seriously, bro. You catching me at the moment now. I just never cared. I never really cared, man. It just always came easy to me. And it used to aggravate me when I used to hear barbers, when they start hating. I'm like, damn, man, these niggas, I don't even know these motherfuckers, man. Why is these niggas, I'm just cutting hair and shit. Yeah. I said, because you start hearing stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? At least I did. I started to hear a lot of different things. Oh my goodness, boy. I remember everybody thought I was the biggest drug dealer in town. Real talk at one time off of hair. I was like, I said, damn, that's funny.
Yeah. And we all go.
That's either here or there. We all got our own past, but it's funny though. Just turned into one day I came home and tell you what my turning point is. This right before I started teaching. This is when I really said I'm gonna get the job. Remember, I never cared, bro. I'm already owning shops and shit, and got this reputation valid, and I never cared, bro. So right before I started teaching, I come home. I was in a little moment, kind of emotional, man. I started looking around. I was like, damn, son, ain't like you ain't, you're not doing bad for yourself. What happened was when you tried. Ever since I've been trying and barbering, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. I guess so. When you got haters, you doing something right. Because them motherfuckers was aggravating me. They was aggravating me. But then, hey, whenever I said I'm gonna try, everything came easy. So thank you, God. I'm gonna throw that out there. Thank you, God, because I never cared. Because I eat with my hands, and now I don't eat with my hands like I used to. So this is why I know what I'm saying is right, because I started meeting different people. I started understanding this is a real. See, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real talk, Valley. You know why I didn't like barbering? I'm gonna be real serious when I say this shit before we get off. But because I grew up in the black culture of barbering. And the black culture of barbering, for the most part, was always hustling, surviving. And I wasn't into that. I didn't go to Morehouse for that. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I know how to, I know how to think. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't into vocational skills. That's why I wasn't into my hands. You feel me? I know I can make money in other ways. But for some odd reason, God wanted me to play with my hands. But then I learned I can be the businessman I want to be, but I got to play with my, use my hands, bro. I just started getting real serious. So the reason why I do what I do now is because I care and I try. So I'm trying, shit. I had to get on. It's late, but I got to, because it don't matter, because I got to do what? Be consistent.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. And you know what? The level of care and attention to detail that you have, it shows from your shop to your educating to the trade show, and even to taking this call. We both have busy lives. We both have different things that we can do. And this has us doing this call to get qualified people in the building on March 24th. It has delayed ROI, and that is and them being better barbers to make our industry better.
Real talk, bro, because I care. I can't let, I'm say specifically us blacks and browns out here, undervalue this industry, because I'm gonna tell y'all this before we go, and I keep saying that, but I keep
I got
talking.
all night. I've been up
But
since 3, Sean, so I'm with it. I'm with it.
no, but this is big, because I would tell my students this, man. Not as a group. Some I will put anyway. Well, I don't work for them anymore, so I would tell I would tell them this industry. This is the only industry that I know of, and you can look it up, the beauty industry, where you can make the type of money that we're making without having a college degree. Then I'll tell them, here living in the city of Buffalo is very highly unlikely, because most of you guys live in a red line area. It's highly unlikely you're going to make $80,000 to $90,000 a year living in this city, working for a company without a college degree. But I can prove to you in this industry, you can get well over $100,000 a year without having a college degree. All you got to do is just come to fucking work and listen to what I tell you, so you can get paid and stop making money.
Well, that's a barrier. That's a barrier because you got a lot of
and
people.
that's the higher part. And that's the higher part, bro.
Well, people come to the industry, they don't want to listen. They come to the industry, but they come to this industry because they don't want to listen.
Exactly. They want to be their own boss. But you don't know now, you got 200 bosses. If y'all understand what I mean. And you don't want to get fired, because like I said earlier, these people ain't $30, $40, $50 a haircut. These people are thousands of dollars, possibly multiple thousands by the network. Like I said, that increases your net worth. One customer can give you 10 people. One customer can really change your pockets. Okay? So don't undervalue the person that's sitting in your chair, especially when you're ready to go home and you think it's a quick haircut, but they're really looking for a barber. Because most of the time, when people sitting in the chair, they're not looking to just get a haircut. They go to Supercuts for that shit. All right, they go to them type of places for that. All right, when they come to a barber shop, they still come for an experience and they want something personal. And this is a personal business, so they come in to get their own barber. They want their own bartender. You want your own mailman, okay? Because this is what this is. This is a personal, intimate business. You standing over somebody. Come on, man. You can smell these people, so don't think they don't smell you too. And that's right, Cuts by Tees. This is the culture. And this is how I'm going to end it off tonight, because this is what I do. Once again, Major League Barbers, Niagara Falls Barber and Beauty Trade Show going on at Seneca Niagara Casino and Resort Center. I rented out the event center, y'all. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about? Go punch it up. This is where the concerts is going down. This is one of the 7 wonders of the world. If you got your passport, Toronto ain't nothing but an hour away. This is a tourist area. A lot of things for you to do outside. It's food inside. If you want to gamble, you can go trick that. You can go gamble. You might, I don't know what's going on that weekend. Anybody that is flying in, tap in with me. Got the promo code for the hotel. I don't remember what it is, but I know one night they're giving a stupid, ridiculous rate. And those rooms are really nice too. They're really, 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 really nice up there. So it's going to be competitions, y'all. It's going to be vendors, showcasing, exhibitors, and education, and networking. Networking increases your net worth. Without no net worth, you probably don't have a network.
Love it.
So, Valid, I appreciate your time, brother. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for giving some, thank you for tapping into the pregame show tonight. Let people know what's going on. And, bro, we'll see you at the trade show, bro, giving up that knowledge to help barbers level up. So we appreciate you tapping into the pregame show, bro. I'll see y'all next week. I'm out of here. Peace.